Today I'm in Style in Cheshire, roughly 3 miles from Manchester Airport. It's time for another trip with the Lancashire Wanderer. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are at Quarry Mill. It's a National Trust heritage site here in Style in Cheshire. Let's go and take a look. Quarry Mill, or Style Mill as it's also known, is one of England's best preserved textile factories of the Industrial Revolution. Built in 1784, the cotton mill is recorded in the National Heritage List of England as a designated Grade 2 listed building. Quarry Mill was also established by Samuel Greig and was notable for innovations both in machinery and also in its approach to labour relations. So I'm currently heading down this pathway which is taking me down to the main attraction, and as soon as I get here, look what I find. Yeah, could have done with that really, couldn't I? Anyway, we'll head on in a minute. Our adventure begins in the mill and we go to the mill office.
August 14th, 1922. My dear Mr. Gregg, it is with great sadness that after 55 years of employment with your family's firm, 20 spent as mill manager, I now submit my resignation. But as my 70th year approaches, it is time to hand over my responsibilities to a man of youth. These are turbulent times for the cotton trade, and I have tried my utmost to keep the mill in good working order, but the need for repairs and the attendant costs increase. The Great War seriously affected our mill, and we had hoped for an uplift in business when peace came. Sadly, the decline continues. I fear for the future of the industry, and many of our weavers face an uncertain future. I know that the Great War brought your family considerable sadness, and the role that Robert and Arthur would have played in Gregg & Co. has been lost. However, I have recently spent time with young Alec, and although a young man focused on a career in farming, he seems to clearly understand the significance of our industrial past. His great-great-grandfather Samuel created an empire here in Style, but the heyday of that empire is now long behind us. As my own time at Quarry Bank comes to an end, I have great faith that Alec will continue to protect Samuel's legacy into the future. Yours faithfully, John Hewitt, Mill Manager.
Before the days of water, steam and electricity, weavers used to sit at these looms for 12 hours a day. The wheel you see here was used to spin the wool. Water power came next, followed by steam 50 years later. This was used to power the mechanical looms. We are now passing through the mule room. Now the mule was not running at the time of my visit, but this machine allows cotton to be stretched and then screwed onto the bobbins which you can see at the front of this footage. It's a real shame it wasn't running. It's a fantastic piece of machinery. Let's head on in now to the main weaving shed and see a shuttling loom in action. In slow motion, you can see how the shuttle and loom actually works. The shuttle passes from left to right, creating the weft of the fabric. At the back, you'll notice it goes up and down, creating the warp of the fabric. Here is the water wheel that you can see from the inside. Unfortunately, the window was very dirty and also very scratched, but we'll get a better view a little bit later on. So here we have the original site of the original water wheel that was in the mill, as you can see either side. Just looks like it should have been. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have a walk down, I think. Why not? dark. There we go. So we see here, it's 9.5. Steam power then came along to control the mill. Unfortunately, due to gas prices, this couldn't be run today. So that was a bit of footage inside Quarry Bank Mill here in Style. I've now come outside and you can see the water wheel turning behind me in all its glory and fashion. Of course, the mill now is powered by electric, but it's great that the Quarry Bank and the National Trust do show you how you can power by water wheel and by steam, even with not running the machines. Let's go and take a look around now elsewhere. The River Bollin that passes past Quarry Bank Mill to provide water for the water wheel is 30 miles long. It is a tributary of the River Mersey and ends up in the Manchester Ship Canal. Did you also know the River Bollin actually flows underneath the runways of Manchester Airport, located 3 miles away? So I hope you enjoyed the trip around the mill here at Quarry Bank Mill. It's now time to head back up the hill, back to the car. Time for a spot of lunch, I think. I'll see you back at the car. Okay, so here we are back at the car. Hope you've enjoyed the video so far. I'm about to have my lunch. I've made my cup of coffee. Got my sandwiches just down there. I'm going to have my lunch. Stay with us because we're going to take a look around Hannah's house after lunch. I'll see you in a little while. So here we have the original entrance into the mill, Quarry Bank Mills by Samuel Gregg Esquire of Belfast, Ireland, and Domini 1784. So you've just seen me filming inside Hannah's house. Now, look here. There's a window behind me. Did you know that that window is actually fake? It was there to put in the symmetry for the building. This is the window. That concludes my trip to Quarry Bank Mill. Unfortunately, the Prentice's house was closed today. I'll head back up the hill to summarise my trip. So my trip to Quarry Bank Mill has come to an end. I hope you've enjoyed looking around today, as I've enjoyed showing you around this fantastic National Trust heritage site. If you have enjoyed the video today, please consider liking, commenting and subscribing to the channel, as I will be doing more videos soon. You can join me on another adventure soon. I'll see you next time.